He really did that? Live on stage? With cameras rolling, music legends watching, and his ex-wife sitting just a few feet away? Yep. Papoose just dropped the biggest bomb of the year at the BET Awards. And it wasn't a performance. It was a shockwave of emotion that hit the whole room. Everyone thought this would be a night to celebrate music and culture. But instead, it turned into something else. A messy, real-life breakup story, broadcast in front of the world. Papoose stood on that stage and announced, clear as day, that he's married to Claressa Shields. Yes, that Claressa, the undefeated boxing champion. And the person sitting just behind them, all glammed up, pretending to smile? Remy Ma, his now ex-wife, looking like her world had just cracked open right there under the bright lights. People gasped. Claressa squeezed his hand. Papoose smiled. And Remy? She stood up slowly, grabbed her bag, and walked out of that auditorium like she had just watched the final scene of a love story she didn't agree to be written out of. Was it love? Was it revenge? Whatever it was, it became the most talked about moment of the night. This wasn't just a surprise. It felt planned, calculated, like Papoose knew exactly what he was doing. Bet was filled with artists, cameras, fans, and somehow, this personal bombshell became the main headline. It felt like a moment ripped straight out of a reality show, like someone had taken Love and Hip Hop and dropped it right in the middle of an award show. Now for those just catching up, here's the short version. Papoose, the same man who stood by Remy Ma through prison, heartbreak, and public rumors, just stunned everyone by revealing that he's now married to someone else. And not just anyone. Claressa Shields, two-time Olympic gold medalist and boxing champ. That's not a rumor. That's not blog talk. He said it himself. Right there, on the mic. According to a red carpet reporter, when asked about his date, Papoose casually said, "She's not just my date, she's my wife now." The reporter blinked. Claressa giggled. And Remy sat frozen behind them, trying to stay calm as everything changed right in front of her. Let's rewind a bit. Remember last year when rumors started swirling that Remy was getting too close to Easy the Block captain? There were blurry pictures, secret messages, and fans claiming she was throwing shade in her freestyles. At the time, Papoose stayed silent. He kept his cool, but it looks like he was hurting more than he let on. And he chose this moment to make a loud public move. Backstage, the BET crew was stunned. One worker said the moment wasn't planned at all. "My headset went silent," they said. Then someone shouted, "Did he just say wife?" And just like that, the internet exploded. Claressa looked, confident the whole time. She showed up glowing, styled to perfection, and walking like she knew she belonged there. She didn't look nervous, not even with Remy sitting right behind her. She looked like she had already won the fight, both, in and out of the ring. Remy, on the other hand, was clearly struggling to keep her cool. She folded her arms, clenched her jaw, and slowly nodded like she was repeating a diss track in her head. Then she stood up, gave a tiny shake of her head, and walked out. No yelling, no scene, just silence that said everything. Social media went crazy. Fans argued in the comments. Some said Remy deserved better. Others said this was karma. A few even called it the coldest breakup ever caught on camera. Hashtags started trending. Remy walked out. Papoose played us all, and even Claressa heavyweight energy. And then came the rumors. One insider claimed that BT purposely placed Remy right behind the couple for maximum drama. Another said her mic was still on during the commercial break, and she was heard whispering, "So this is what loyalty looks like now?" If that's true, it might be the most powerful line of the year. And it wasn't even in a song. Even Busta Rhymes got caught in the chaos. One of Remy's acrylic nails supposedly flew off during her dramatic exit and landed in his lap. He later posted a picture of the nail with a confused face, only adding fuel to the fire. Meanwhile, Papoose and Claressa smiled for the cameras, like they were celebrating prom night. When asked how long they'd been together, Papoose said, "We kept it quiet for a while, but tonight felt like the right time." Claressa, when asked if she was worried about Remy's reaction, simply said, "I'm undefeated in and out the ring." Fans online were dissecting every frame, every blink, every whisper. They even recreated the moment like a scene from a movie. One TikToker acted it out and captioned it, "Silence is the loudest scream." But here's where things get even wilder. Sources now claim this whole thing might have been staged. A setup for a new reality series called Remy Ma's Reality, The Loyalty Files. Bet denies it. Publicists won't comment. But Claressa posted a selfie with the caption, "Y'all really not ready for episode 3. So, was this heartbreak real, or was it just good television? One thing's for sure. Remy Ma hasn't said a word. No tweets, no posts. Just one paparazzi shot of her leaving the after-party alone, sunglasses on at night, her face tight with emotion. But silence doesn't mean it's over. Rumors say Remy might be working on a diss track. Her fans are calling for justice. Others say she'll come back stronger. This wasn't just a breakup. It was a public unraveling, broadcast in high definition, and from the looks of it, we haven't even hit the final chapter yet. So, according to someone close to the situation, who heard it from a friend of a friend, Remy Ma has officially snapped. Word is, she's cut off all ties with Claressa. She's unfollowed her on socials, muted BET's page, and already locked. In a studio session down in Atlanta. And it's not just any producer. This guy is known for making revenge tracks. That's right. It looks like Remy's planning to respond the way she knows best, with a mic and a beat. Meanwhile, Claressa and Papoose are out here grinning for the cameras like they're starring in some BET Plus rom-com. But behind the scenes, Remy might be preparing to drop something explosive, musically of course. And that's not the only drama brewing. Bet, once a respected network in the Black community, is now getting dragged hard. Fans are lighting up social media with hashtags like "Bet set her up," "Remy deserved better," and the harsh but accurate "toxic televised." People aren't just upset about the breakup. They're furious about how Bet handled it. From the leaked audio to how they zoomed in on Remy's face during Papoose and Claressa's big moment, it all felt too calculated. Fans want answers. One TikTok user even broke it down like this. "So y'all let Papoose announce a whole new marriage while his ex-wife of 15 years was sitting 3 rows behind him? And your camera guy was ready with the zoom like it was Love and Hip Hop Civil War?" And while BET remained silent, Claressa and Papoose were backstage clinking glasses, literally. A post even went live crowning them Power Pair of the Night, with the caption, "Royalty looks good on y'all." Royalty? That was bold. Then things got legal. By 9 a.m. the next day, Claressa allegedly received a cease and desist letter from Remy's legal team. The issue? A clip where Claressa says, "When people fumble, you pick up the bag and run with it." Remy's side took that as a direct shot, and possibly defamation. Lawyers are involved, and word on the street is Remy's now meeting with a PR team to flip the script. There are whispers about a documentary titled Behind Her Back, The Remy Ma's story with the tagline, "She held it down until they held hands in front of her." Streaming services like Netflix and Zeus are already circling. Because let's be honest, if Remy drops a doc with tearful interviews, behind-the-scenes footage, and a diss track or two, everybody's tuning in. And the drama keeps getting deeper. A screenshot from a group chat connected to Claressa's team says, "Remy knew this day was coming. She just didn't think it would be this public." That one line raised eyebrows. Did Claressa give her a heads up? Was this all part of a slow rollout that exploded too fast? Now TikTokers, Twitter, Threads, even Instagram astrologers are jumping in. some blaming Mercury retrograde for all this emotional chaos. To top it off, rumors about Remy's old flame, Easy the Block Captain, are creeping back in. Someone found a shady post from him that read, "Some people love attention. I love truth." And yes, he allegedly liked the post announcing Papoose and Claressa's marriage, then quickly unliked it. The internet's in a frenzy. Fans are split, some defending Remy's loyalty and heartbreak, others applauding Claressa's so-called boss move. And Papoose? His image as Mr. Loyalty is crumbling. One person tweeted, "He held her down during jail time just to humiliate her on award night." Another said, "He didn't just end a marriage, he ended our belief in real love." People are waiting to see what's next. Will Remy drop a diss track? Will Claressa throw another shady comment? Will Papoose pop up with a podcast trying to explain it all? One thing's clear, this wasn't just drama. It was real-life pain turned into a televised mess. Loyalty got played, love got exposed, and everyone's watching to see who strikes next. Because this BET Awards moment didn't end with applause. It ended with silence, stares, and a story that's far from over. So now the question is, if you were Remy Ma, sitting behind your ex and his new wife at a live show, what would you have done? Drop it in the comments. We're all ears. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned, because this story is just getting started.